Hi, I'm a Bullis Student Tutor, and in this video I'm going to show you Spanish regular verbs in the preterite tense. In Spanish there are two past tenses, the imperfect and the preterite, and today we'll be going over the preterite. So as I covered in my last video on regular verbs in the present tense, every Spanish verb has an infinitive that ends in AR, ER, or IR. To express tense and who is performing the action of the verb, you have to chop off the AR, ER, or IR and change the verb's ending. And this is conjugating a verb. So today I'm going to show you how to conjugate regular verbs to express who is performing the action in the preterite tense. So here we have our AR, ER, and IR verbs, and the verb is conjugated slightly differently depending on the subject of the sentence. So we have yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, vosotros, and ustedes as our subjects that will change the conjugation of the verbs. So in the preterite tense, regular verbs ending in AR conjugate to haste, o, amos, hastes, and aron. Regular verbs ending in ER in the preterite conjugate to iste, io, imos, istes, ieron. And we'll talk about this in a second. But IR verbs are exactly the same as ER verbs. So they also go to iste, io, imos, istes, and ieron. So a couple things to look at here. First of all, notice that we have accents over all of the yo and él, ella, usted conjugations. And as I kind of pointed out, in the preterite, ER and IR conjugate exactly the same. So even though ER has this E here, it actually goes to imos instead of emos. And its vosotros counterpart is not specific for ER. It's the same as for IR. And finally, notice that nosotros forms of preterite verbs are the same as they are in the present tense. So just like in the present tense, AR verbs go to amos in the preterite. So you have to rely on context in a sentence to determine whether a nosotros verb is in the preterite, is meant to be in the preterite or the present tense. So let's look at some examples of regular verbs conjugated in the preterite tense to get used to this. So if I want to take the verb cantar, a verb ending in AR, and it means to sing, if I want to take that verb and conjugate it in the preterite tense, I would say yo canté, tú cantaste, él, ella, usted cantó, nosotros cantamos, vosotros cantasteis, and ustedes cantaron. If I take the verb correr, a verb ending in ER, which means to run, here's my tennis shoe, I would conjugate it in the preterite as corrí, corriste, corrió, corrimos, corristeis, and corrieron. And finally, if I were to take the verb dividir, ending in ir, which means to divide, I would conjugate it in the preterite as yo dividí, tú dividiste, él y usted dividió, nosotros dividimos, vosotros dividisteis, and ustedes dividieron. And notice once again that correr and dividir have the exact same endings because ER and IR verbs in the preterite are conjugated the same. This has been a Bullis Student Tutor video. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please like, favorite, feel free to leave us a helpful comment, and check out our other videos on our YouTube page, Bullis Student Tutors. And if you liked this specific screencast on Spanish verbs, we have another screencast on Spanish regular verbs in the present tense. Thank you.